All right, guys, we're going to get busy. So today is Mindset Monday, and there's nothing else better than getting your mind right before you start your week off, right? So I'm really excited to be able to talk to you guys about mindset because I do talk to a lot of people about mindset. And one of the things is that I don't think you give enough credit to your own brain, okay? The human race is made up to survive. That's it, merely survive. That's what your brain triggers you to do. Okay, so when your brain thinks that you're going to make a decision that could harm you, get you out of that comfort zone that you're in, it's going to try to talk you out of anything that is not comfortable to you or comfortable to your body, right? So this has taken a lot of practice with personal development. And that is when you feel like that's coming up, it needs to be a trigger to you. When you hear your voice saying in your head, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. How many people on here has read Mel Robbins' 5-second rule? Okay, it's game changing. All right, because if you change your mind to counting backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just go ahead and you do it. I don't care if it's sloppy. You just need to do it, okay? You don't need to be perfect. Consistency counts more than perfection, all right? But you need to do it. And Jennifer, some of us the other night were talking and somebody said, I've been really scared about putting stuff up on my timeline. And my entire thing was, and Jen agreed, was that you don't want to post about your products. You don't want to post about your opportunity. If I'm going through your news feed and within 20 seconds, and that's a long time actually for somebody to scroll your news feed. If I'm going through your news feed and in 20 seconds, I'm not seeing something about what you're doing, what you're taking, or what your opportunity is, what do you think the chances anybody else is seeing it? And how often do you think somebody's going to contact you asking you for information? Chances are pretty low. Okay, so you have to talk about what you do. So many times we've heard so many people say, well, you need to just do attraction marketing and then keep it secret what you're doing. Well, here's what happens with that, okay, is that people are tired. People are tired of being on social media and not knowing what you're doing. Okay, and having to have you message them. Now, of course, you want to message in Messenger, but you want them to know. You want to be proud. You should be proud of what you're doing. Okay, so if you're not showing that you're doing something, if you're not showing your products, and it doesn't mean you have to be selling all the time, but this is a whole mindset. You've got to get out of that mindset. You have to let people know what you're doing. That's how they're going to reach out to you. Okay, you have the power to achieve anything that you set your mind to. Okay, how many of you have ever wanted a new car? Nobody else has wanted a new car? I have wanted a new car, right? Have you ever thought about what kind of new car you wanted? And when you start car shopping, you're looking at different cars, right? And then you're like, oh, well, I like that one. Let me go test drive that one. What happens when you leave the car dealership and you haven't had it, that you didn't buy it? All of a sudden, you start seeing all these cars that you just test drove, right? They're all out on the road. Like you didn't see a Volkswagen before, but you went and you test drove a Volkswagen. Now, all of a sudden, all you're seeing are Volkswagens. Anybody else relate to that?
Yeah.
So if you set your mind to wanting something and that's all you're going to be able to see. And if you allow your brain to stop you from seeing it, you're not going to get there. Okay. Just like when we were running for 12K, I didn't see 4K. Okay. I didn't see it at all. I saw 12K. I saw 12K. Why? Because that's where I was going to be able to get a new car. Right. Funny story. We hit that in a month. Right. But then here's what happened. I didn't see 40K. I didn't see 80K. I saw 200K. All right. I wasn't setting my limits. I wasn't limiting to myself to what I could do. I was focusing on what I wanted, and that's tricking your mind. Okay. And that's what you need to do. You need to pull that short wire out of your head that tells you that you shouldn't do something, and you need to just go and do it. Okay, make a difference. And when you remember that this isn't about you and it's not about your sales, this is about helping other people feel amazing, and none of you would be here. Okay, first of all, if Jennifer didn't say yes. Okay, and if she didn't take a chance. And some of you wouldn't be here if I didn't take a chance. Okay, so what chance are you willing to make? What are you willing to do to help somebody else feel good, just like you do? All right. Does that help you guys at all today? I really want you guys to focus on what you want, just like what you want with a new car, what your goal is. What is your ending goal? Is it that you just want to make $50 a week? Is it that you want to make $500 a week? Is it that you want to make $1,000 a week? What is it? What's going to help you? And by that, that's how you figure out how many people you can help. But if you're not talking about it, you're not going to help anybody, including yourself. I'm a proud thriver. I know I'm not going nowhere, right? I'll tie myself to this brand and this company all day long. Okay, because I know what I have my hands on. But so many people are afraid to talk about it. They're afraid to say what they're doing because they're afraid they're going to be judged. Here's one thing I want you to remember. If somebody's not paying your bills and you're not sleeping with them, their opinion of what you do and how you make money doesn't count. And Christy's laughing, but she's heard me say it time and time again. Right? It's just a matter of fact. And if you allow other people's opinions to keep you from your dreams and your goals, that's your fault. Because this is not, your future is not dependent on them. Your future is dependent on you and what you're willing to do. Does anybody have any questions? Anything that you're really struggling with right now? Talita?
Mindsets, always. Sometimes you feel like stop, and sometimes you look at your goal like, okay, why I'm stopping, and I have this, I need my husband to be home, so I need to put that in my mind, like if I need my husband to be here and annoying me all the time, so I need to focus and do the crap that I need to do to get my business going.
The crap. You need to talk to people, Talita. You need, and it sounds so simple, right? But it truly is simple. Okay. The more people you talk to, the more people you help, the more you grow. But the first thing in the morning, how many people first thing in the morning, as soon as you wake up, grab a hold of your phone and start reading through Messenger? Anybody? Christy, I saw that, right? Selena saying no. Karen's saying no. You know, the first thing I do first thing in the morning, I go on and I find a podcast. And today's podcast is brought to you by Mel Robbins. Okay, so if you guys follow Mel Robbins, the Mel Robbins Show, I want you to go on, I want you to listen to her podcast from today. Okay, it was thebomb.com. And let me just see if I can tell you the name. It's actually uploaded today. Take control of your life, a toolkit for healing. Okay, so guys, go and listen to it. You're going to find that you're going to take away some part of that. Okay, that was truly a great, great, great podcast today. But that's the first thing I do is listen to a podcast. Why? Because if I get on my phone, I'm going to see a lot of crap that happened overnight, right? My phone gets shut off on do not disturb mode at 9 o'clock every night. And it doesn't come off of do not disturb mode until I'm done with my personal development. Because if you allow the day to run you, you will not get anything done the rest of the day. You have to be very intentional on your day. Anybody else have any other questions? No? All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I hope that you guys have an amazing week. I hope that this has helped you. Go listen to that podcast and go make a difference, because people out there need you. They just don't know it yet. All right.